Jeopardy host Ken Jennings has shocked fans after he shared an NSFW joke on social media. Ken49 took to Twitter on Tuesday and shared a Garfield comic book strip that featured 3 images. Alongside the picture, Ken tweeted, "Happy 33rd anniversary of the Garfield strip," where John drinks dog scene. Some of his followers were shocked at the tweet, as one person replied, Ken, why man, followed by last laughing face emojis. A second person tweeted, "This is not a tweet I expected to see today." A third replied, "This can't be real." And a fourth admitted, "This was not how I expected to discover your Twitter account." Someone else fumed, "You just went down a notch. In my opinion of you have a little class." Man, other Twitter users tried to make sense of the comic strip and argued over what it actually implied. One person shared a quote from cartoonist Jim Davis, who drew it. Ken replied to the tweet and said, "For the record, I totally boo Davis's farm boy." Explanation: Ken's cheeky post came just 1 week after he celebrated his 49th birthday on May 23rd. The former Jeopardy contestant is currently on a hiatus from hosting duties, and mayim bialik is filling in for him. However, not all viewers are impressed with seeing mayim on their TV screens every day. The fact that Ken won't be on screen for almost the entire summer dawned on unsettled fans. During last Thursday's episode with the actress, it was man's pauses and deeming contestants correct that left fans annoyed as they took the Twitter to vent. One fan wrote, "I'm sure it's been said a tremendous amount of times, but if Mike doesn't stop hesitating when answering the questions on Jeopardy, I'm going to stick my remote control right through my eye. If Mike took any longer to say yes, that's correct on Jeopardy, she'd be replying during Wheel of Fortune." Wrote another, "Without someone to really root for, and without Ken hosting either Masters or the regular show for the foreseeable future, the issue felt more glaring than ever." Another fan wrote to Twitter, "Well, it is a sad day that we won't be seeing Ken again until the last week of the 39th season, so most of which is going to be mayim bialik for almost the entire summer. But at least we're approaching Jeopardy's 40th season very soon, so that's good news." Another person wrote, "Watching mayim versus Ken hosting Jeopardy is night and day. Ken is quick. No hesitation, seems genuine. Mayim is stilted, seems to pause for clarification on answers, and her banter seems forced. Make Ken the permanent and only host." A third wrote, "At Jeopardy, I'm not looking to whine, but tonight's match is one of the slowest I've ever watched, and mayim has to get quicker on her confirmations." And this week, fans spotted the worrisome setback with man's hosting yet again and urged the show's producers to address it. On Monday's episode, man's hosting pace came to a head during 2 glaring instances: Noonan Morali, an education policy professional, faced Travis Lee, a systems engineer, and Diandra Delisio, a technical writer who won and has amassed $15,700 during the Double Jeopardy round. Travis ed the $200 clue mayim 47 read to protect an ancestral cemetery in 1910. Attorney Leah Conley became the 3rd woman and first Native American to argue a case here. That's correct, Travis responded. "What is the Supreme Court?" which was the intended response. However, mayim didn't rule one way or the other for multiple seconds, to the extent that Travis nervously smirked and added, "of the United States." Mayim then hastily interjected during his addition, "That's correct. He wagered a sizable $6,000. In mayim read, "This 76,000 square peninsula juts up into the Gulf." "What is the Yucatan?" Mayim did not reply, although this was the correct response once more, so Travis added peninsula, thinking again that more was needed for him to be correct. Mayim then finally ruled he was indeed correct. To begin with, many people express that if mayim doesn't get fast enough at confirming contestants is correct or not, they could keep adding to their responses and go from correct to incorrect. In doing so, one Reddit user put it, "I'm not posting this to open up any mayim bashing, but do we know the reason why she pauses so long before confirming an answer is correct with both the Supreme Court and Yucatan?" Responses today, the contestants started to add additional information because the pause was so long. "I do worry this could lead someone to change to an incorrect response, though both answers today were still correct with the additional info." Another agreed it's not My EMB bashing at all to point out her pregnant pauses are confusing. Contestants not to mention we viewers. That was a hugely important daily double for Travis, and when she paused for 2 to 3 seconds you could see he was puzzled, thinking she needed more information as the summer sun began to set and the familiar theme music of Jeopardy faded from the airwaves. Fans were left yearning for their nightly dose of trivia. The iconic game show, a staple of American television, had entered its annual hiatus, and during this the show's co-host Ken Jennings found himself in the unique position to engage with fans in ways he usually couldn't while the cameras rolled. Ken, known for his intellect, charm, and impressive winning streak on the show, has long been a beloved figure in a Jeopardy community. His thoughtful analysis of trivia and entertaining banter have endeared him to viewers, making him the perfect successor to the late Alex Trebek. However, his recent interaction with fans took a surprising turn, leading to a whirlwind of reactions on social media. The hiatus, a time for engagement with the show's hiatus, Jennings took to his Twitter account to connect with fans. Directly, he shared behind-the-scenes insights, trivia questions, and personal anecdotes, creating a sense of intimacy and camaraderie with his followers. Fans relished this chance to interact with a figure they had admired for years, but one fateful evening Jennings decided to let his hair down a bit more than usual. After responding to a few typical fan queries about trivia and his experiences on the show, he shared a light-hearted post that caught everyone off guard. The NSFW joke, a bold move in a playful tweet. Jennings wrote, "I know Jeopardy is on hiatus, but if I had $1 for every time someone asked me to say I'll take an NSFW category for 800 LX, I'd be rich. But hey folks, let's keep it PG, or at least PG-13, shall we?" The joke, while men and just stunned many of his followers, Jennings had always been known for his witty humor, but this particular quip pushed the boundaries of what fans had come to expect from the usually polished co-host. Some fans were ara with laughter, appreciating his ability to joke about the serious nature of trivia. Others, however, were taken aback by the audacity of the joke, expressing confusion and concern about the appropriateness of his remark. Reactions from fans and media. Social media exploded with reactions to Jennings' joke. Fans flocked to Twitter, some applauding his boldness,